And welcome to it, everybody, right smack dab in the middle of the week. It is a Wednesday, and it is Gwynn and Chris on 97.3 The Fan. That would be San Diego's #1 sports talk station. Thanks to all of you out there. We remind all of you that we appreciate you, and, we do this thing for you. And we're going to be hanging for the next 90 minutes is all today. If you're upset about that, tell the National League to change the schedule around. But we got to make way for Padre baseball. A little after 4:30 today, it'll be the Brewers and the Padres game 2. Tony Gwynn Jr. is in Milwaukee. We only have him for a short time today because of the schedule of games. So I'm not going to even waste time by asking how you're doing, Tony. I'm much more concerned with how the last 48 hours have gone for you in the ghost-ridden Pfister Hotel in Milwaukee. Have you survived to this point?
I thought about this too.
Did you really?
I did.
Yeah, I was like, I'm worried about him. Is he okay?
Yeah, no, I'm great, man.
Nothing's happened? You've been all right?
My experience has continued to be great.
Okay, you're safe then.
I can't speak for everyone else, but certainly mine's have been
you're okay.
Ghost-free.
All right, ghost-free. You didn't push any buttons wrong on the elevator, or the elevator didn't take you to a strange floor.
Just bad wiring.
For the record, I didn't push any bad buttons the first time.
Right,
I pushed the right button, and all of a sudden another one lit up.
Yeah, it lit up for you. So
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay. Well, all
bad
is fine.
wiring. Mud already came to the conclusion. Okay?
Mudcat Grant, the solving the elevator issues. So, okay, you're good. You will. I think you have one more night there, and then tomorrow they'll wrap up the series, and you guys will head back to the West Coast and a weekend in Seattle. But I don't know. This was the big headline in the paper today, and I don't know that it's fair. But the way the headline read today was basically, it said, Padres lose, but don't worry, Waldron is on his way out. That was basically
Is that what it said?
Really?
It didn't read it that. It wasn't written that.
Okay.
Those weren't the words.
Okay.
Those weren't the words. The words were something like Padres lose to Brewers, but Waldron's, time is short. Something like that. And it was basically, hey, we lost because of Waldron, but don't worry, we won't be losing because of Waldron anymore. Giolito has to be called up. He'll take the spot. He'll start in Seattle. Waldron,
When does Giolito have to be called up?
I think he has to be called up by the weekend. And the word is, at least in Kevin Acey's article today, is that they are, leaning heavily to having him make his Padre debut this weekend in Seattle. And yes, one last thing before we get to Scraby's question here. But Waldron is out of options. So the thinking is that this was the last we are going to see of Matt Waldron. He will be picked up by somebody else, and he's not our problem anymore. And I think that that's just rude. Frankly, I really do.
Oh, where's my Nick Castellanos? That's rude sounding.
Yeah, right. That's just rude, man. It's rude. I wish I had the actual headline. I didn't bring the paper with me.
I think I found it. That's why I was raising my hand.
Okay.
It's a lot easier on Matt Waldron than you made it seem.
But read it and then tell.
It
and
says,
then you'll...
Brewers rough up Matt Waldron in what could be his final game with the Padres.
There you go. Brewers rough up Matt Waldron. I read it to say, Matt Waldron lost the game, but don't worry. We don't have to worry about it anymore. That's how I read it. And the story kind of, basically underscored all of that. So, look, there was one play in the game that determined the game, frankly. And, Tony, I want to really ask you about this. They got two runners on base. The ball is hit right out in front. I don't know if it was bunted or dribbled out in front of home plate. I think it was bunted. And Waldron comes down, fields the ball, and immediately looks to third to try to get the lead runner. And he's not going to have time. The guy's going to be there. So then he flips around to throw to first. And it just so happens that the guy who hit the ball, Hamilton, is one of the fastest guys in the league. And so he beats the play. And so instead of 2 outs, runners at second and third, you have bases loaded, 1 out, and then the next guy hits a sac fly, and then the next guy hits a 2-run double. So that momentary indecision ended up costing the Padres 3 runs. They lost the game by 2. After the game, Matt Waldron said, I have to make a better play there. Gotcha. He's taking his responsibility himself. However, I played enough baseball. I know the people who read my launch angle tweet don't think so, but I played enough baseball, Tony. I think you have too. when a ball's dribbled out like that and a pitcher's coming down to get the ball, normally the catcher says 3-3-3 or 1-1-1 or whatever, basically telling you once you pick it up, this is where you throw the ball. So I'm not blaming anybody here. What I'm saying is that might have been more than just a Matt Waldron mistake. He doesn't know that he doesn't have time to throw to third until he looks in that direction. Your thoughts?
My thoughts.
I mean, I'm not trying to blame this on anybody. I'm saying that it's a team-wide thing here. Somebody should have been yelling either from the dugout or from the.
I'm actually trying to pull up the play.
Pull the play
give me the inning again.
Well, it was the inning they scored the 5 runs. So was that the fourth inning? Yeah. And Hamilton was the batter, and I think, did he bunt, Scraby, or did he just have a swing?
No, he bunted.
Yeah.
He definitely bunted.
So Waldron looked to third, which is understandable. Want to get the lead runner. And then it was too late when he went back to first. Hamilton beat it, and the bases were loaded. Had he gone to first right away, chances are he would have got him out, and the inning would have played out differently.
All right, I'm going to tell you what my thought was in real time, and then I'm going to look at it, and then I'm going to tell you how I feel afterwards. Now, my initial thought was, yes, all of those things are true. Right, the catcher should be helping him out, telling him where to go.
Right.
I thought that given that ball wasn't bunted down the third base line, that Manny should have been at third base, but he wasn't, and that's where the catcher comes in, being able to read that and saying, "Hey, he's not there. You got to get the out at first." Right?
Okay.
But that was my initial reaction to it. Now I'm gonna get a look at this high home version of it right now.
Get a good look. Take it all in.
Now, remember, it's runners on first and second.
Right. You got to force it third if you can get the throw there and the bases being covered.
And typically the rule is, if as a bunter, you want to bunt it hard to third so the third baseman has to field it and there's no play at third. Now, when he doesn't, the third baseman has to read typically
and get back
to the bag. Now, this ball is bunted. And I just think, Manny was already too deep. He had come in on the bunt too far
to get back in time.
And so at that point, and listen, I'm watching. Who is this?
Fermin was catching, I would assume.
Fermin is catching, right? He comes out of the thing, and he's pointing to first base.
Okay,
the whole
so he's
time.
telling him. Okay, yeah. See,
And that's maybe why Matt took the blame, is because he heard him say first, but in his mind, he already had third.
I got to get third.
Manny had already come too far down the line to get back to third.
Yeah.
So, at that point, you got to go to first.
Right. All right. So to me, that's the basis. That's the game. That was it. That was the 3 runs.
You know what I kind of liked about him last night?
What's that?
Chris, I just completely cut you off, which is rude.
Well, I do it all the time.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play this for myself, guys.
That's rude.
Thank you, Nick.
I like that Matt Waldron wasn't throwing the knuckleball as his primary pitch. He was getting guys out with the other pitch, and then he would use the knuckleball if he needed it, and it would fool guys. And he was doing pretty well until that fateful inning.
Yeah, but that turned out not to be that great, right? Because
I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
He gave up a double on a sweeper, like in the middle of the plate. He gave up did he give up a home or two yesterday?
Yes.
So
yes, Ortiz hit a home run.
Ortiz hit a sweeper.
That was the inning before, though.
That
was the inning before, but yes.
And so he made, unlike the previous start where he was landing all of his pitches not named the knuckleball, he didn't do that yesterday. And then, I think he ended up complicating it by, not taking the out at first when it looks like, just based off the film, that everybody was pointing to first base.
Go to first, and he didn't do it. I disagree with you, Scraby, not just because of
now that I'm thinking about it, you're right.
But I think it speaks to a bigger issue, but I don't know that, again, since Matt Waldron's basically should be packing his bags, according to the UT today, maybe it's not going to matter. But I just believe Matt Waldron, even though he's worked on all those other pitches to make them, better, which is smart, I just think the day that he becomes a, quote, knuckleballer would be the day that he'd be best. And I just think he's a knuckleballer trapped in the body of a pitcher that doesn't really want to be known as a knuckleballer. Because last night was the fewest amount he's ever thrown. I think he was only 7 times in 50 some odd pitches. And I don't know that his other stuff is good enough to consistently get outs. But that's just, it's neither here nor there. They lost the ball game. I want to give another shout out to Castellanos. I mean, this guy continues. He was 1 for 4, but the one was the perfect timing. Again, 2 out knock, 2 runs. That's such a big at bat. And, they put some pressure on in the 7th. They put a little more pressure on in the 8th. But, you can't come back every single time. So the good news is this. The Padres are 5-8 in their last 13 games. That in and itself is not good news.
But the Dodgers
are 4-9 in their last 13 games. So therein lies the good news. And I did a little deeper dive into the Dodgers, who lost last night to the Giants again. How about this? The Dodgers have scored 3 or fewer runs in 10 of those 13 games. Like, we are all in a panic because the Padres aren't hitting. The Dodgers are paying a whole lot more money for a bunch of guys that aren't hitting either. I know Ohtani broke his home run streak last night. However, homerless streak. However, and this was your gal, Sarah Langs, who pointed this out. This is an incredible stat. At least I think it is. The Dodgers have lost their last 4 games, each by 4 or more runs. The last time that happened to the Dodgers, and I don't know how she would know this, but she did, 1936.
I was going to say, is something crazy?
1936. Wow. They're in their biggest slump in 90 years, according to that particular note. So good on the timing for the Padres. Now, I guess you can look at it another way, Tony, and say, well, if we had gone 9-4, we'd have like a 5-game lead. You can always say it that way too, but
we didn't deserve to go 9-5.
No, you're right. Yeah, right.
So we'll take them going 4-9.
Yeah, we'll take them going 4-9. Padres are still in first place heading into the ball game tonight, and we'll have Michael King on the mound. And I guess my first thought on Michael King is, if he goes 6 innings and allows 2 hits, let's leave him in the game. I'm still a little frustrated by the last outing, but they took him out. Bragley did his thing again last night. But the other guys are available, right? You got Motorhone, you've got Adam, you've got Mason Miller. So if it is a 6-inning thing, they should be loaded up for the 7th, 8th, and 9th tonight against the Crew. Did you see anything else last night, Tony, that I didn't cover?
No, I thought the offense looked a little bit better. Put some runs up. Unfortunately, they were chasing quite a bit, but I was encouraged by what I saw from an offense. Now, listen, that was a guy by the name of Sproat throwing yesterday. This is a different cat throwing today. So
he throws hard. And by the way, we've avoided Paul Skeens until this year. Mm-hmm. We've also avoided Mizorowski until now. This is our first.
We're not missing. We're catching all the smoke this year. We ain't missing anybody.
That is true. He, I think last week, had the most pitches of a starter over 100 and something miles an hour.
103, I think.
Yeah, 103. So that's what they have to deal with.
The guy looks like he weighs 110 pounds soaking wet.
He also,
out there,
his glove, did you know this, guys? He has a Charizard card from Pokemon built into his glove.
We did not know that.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is the kind of stuff you only get on this show.
Wait, we have in the chat real quick, we have a Fire Craig comment. So we still got those people out there.
Well, you're 5-8. I think it's time he goes. All right, Tony, get down and get your stuff together. We'll listen to the broadcast.
Get your stuff together.
Well,
Tony.
He's got his things he's got to do. That's what I meant. Don't be reading the wrong thing into it. And we'll come back and we'll carry you right up until Sam's pregame show. Padres, Brewers, setting sail on Gwynn and Chris.
Tune in Thursdays.
getting ready for Star Wars.
May the Force be with you.
Yeah.
Did you see the newest commercial?
That was 9 days ago, May the 4th.
Yes. Oh my gosh, time is flying.
Did
you see the newest commercial for the new Star Wars movie?
Commercial? I saw it on. Is it a movie or is it?
No, it's a commercial for the movie, but a Padre is in it.
Well, I thought it had to do with the fact that the Padres are having their Star Wars weekend.
I thought that too, but it's not.
It's not
bigger than that.
It's bigger than that. So there was a commercial out for the new Star Wars movie, which is different from the fact that there is a Star Wars weekend coming up. I think it's April 22nd through, or not April.
It's soon.
Yeah, May 22nd through 24th. When the A's are here, that'll be Star Wars weekend.
Yeah.
So I saw it on Twitter, and I thought it was a promotion for that. But Mason Miller is pitching to, who is it? Or what is it?
Okay, so it's called The Mandalorian and Grogu. And Grogu is like the guy who everybody calls Baby Yoda, but he's not Baby Yoda.
So this is why we need you on the show, because
I don't even watch the show, but I do know. You know
this stuff.
And so it was a commercial with Mason Miller, and they have a little Grogu sitting in the stands, and he's watching. And then Mason Miller throws a pitch, and Grogu does his thing where he uses the Force, and he makes the pitch go like in circles and woo 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 woo.
Oh, so Mason Miller throws one of his 103 mile an hour,
and Grogu takes the Force and uses it to move the ball around. It goes in like circles, and then he gets a strike, I guess.
And that's kind of the
and that's it. And then
it says go see the movie.
Yeah, it says The Mandalorian and Grogu. So that's not just like a Padres thing. That's a national thing.
He's doing like a national commercial. He's getting famous.
Yes, yes. I mean, I too thought it was for.
I just assumed it was for Star Wars.
But I watched it and it wasn't. I was very pleasantly surprised because
when
was the last time a Padre player was
a national commercial like that?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of baseball commercials where there's national representation in general, is there?
Yeah.
Unless it was a commercial for baseball. I remember Glavine and Maddox with the chicks did the long ball, stuff like that. But that's promoting the game.
Yeah.
I mean, what athletes do product commercials on a national level besides my homeboy? He does like every single one of them. It seems like LeBron probably does a few, and
he does those DraftKings ones, which is.
There's like golfers who do this kind of thing. I don't know. Somebody name a baseball player that's on a national TV commercial. Off the top
Fernando,
of my head, I
think
can't
is
think
in
of
a Dairy Queen commercial.
I don't know.
I've seen a few, but that's only like on MLB Network.
Okay, so that still would count. But yes, you're right. MLB Network probably does run some commercials that mix in some players. That would make sense.
There's also a Will Smith commercial out there. Like what?
Yeah, well, whatever that product is, I ain't buying.
I think it was Raising Cane's, actually.
Ain't buying.
Sorry, Nate has a great one.
What's he got?
I see these all the time. The Otani New Balance commercial.
Oh, for God's sakes, how? Yes,
New
how
Balance,
could I forget Otani?
Now.
Yes, Otani's bigger than Godzilla. All right, speaking of the Star Wars weekend, May 24th will be the final game of that series. Padres and A's, stick around. We're going to give you a chance before the show is over to win a pair of tickets to that game right here on the show today. All right, so the Padres lost to the Brew Crew 6-4. We know that. It's not the worst thing that happened in Major League Baseball last night. Not even close. The absolute worst thing that happened in Major League Baseball last night was that Mike Yastrzemski of the Braves hit a home run and Joey Ortiz of the Brewers hit one as well. Why is that the worst thing that happened in baseball? Okay, thank you, Thomas. Enough. Every time you play that, I always think of him for some reason. Odd Thomas. But no, those both guys are now off the board for guys with 0 home runs. And the list is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. There aren't many guys left. I think Chandler Simpson and Luis Arraez.
I mean, Luis hit like 8 last year, so he's got it in him.
Yeah, Chandler Simpson is honestly just a stolen base guy. Yeah. But Fernando lost a little company last night, with Yastrzemski hitting one. And Joey Ortiz, are you kidding me? Matt Waldron basically should be shipped to another team just for giving up a home run to Joey Ortiz. Yeah, that's hard to do.
That's tough.
So, the Fernando watch continues, and, I wish it didn't, but it does. And it's hard to get past anything without, crossing your mind. I know darn well you're thinking about it every time he steps into the batter's box.
Yes, you are.
So, it lives on.
I tried to go back because I wanted to provide some context for this. And I tried to go back and look for guys who played like 30, however many games he played when I looked at it. It was like 38 games. And who had 0 home runs after 38 games since like 2010.
Because you're talking about from the beginning of the season to the middle of May.
To when I did this research project.
How many guys are sitting there?
There's like 30 or 40 since 2010, but no one with a name.
No one with the
Sal
name.
Frelick was the biggest name that
was the one you
there.
could find. Yeah. There's not a lot of guys with Fernando's, with his stature that you're going to see on this list. And, unfortunately, it's going to continue. I will say that the Padres scored 4 runs last night, and in a sense, they wasted it, Scrape.
They did.
That was only the 3rd time all year they've lost a game when they've scored 4 or more. Normally, 4 is a winning total, but it wasn't the case last night. I got nothing left for Fernando. I tried my launch angle tweet, and that continues to have a life of its own.
Let me tell the people this.
It's getting completely out of control.
It
really
has over like 400,000 impressions. That
tweet alone?
A crazy amount. That is a crazy amount.
Are you serious?
Let me go look at it again.
400,000 impressions.
So either people or I haven't even read the comments.
I don't even know how they figure that out. I know the comments is well over 150 now. Normally on most tweets I get like
453,000.
Yeah. Well, I gotta tweet dumb stuff more often then, because that seems to work.
I will say the engagement on it, the comments are great, but there's no
they're mean.
Yeah,
they're mostly.
Well,
mean.
yeah, they're not great. The number of comments are
they're
great.
not supporting of me. I that was just honestly, if you haven't seen the tweet, go to my page, you find it. But
tell them where it is.
At Chris LOSD. But basically, I honestly, even though I wrote the one word I would change in there if I could, is I would change the leader in launch angle to the highest launch angle. Because the fact that I wrote leader is what everybody thinks that I don't know, my ass from a hole in the ground, basically. So, it
is funny how one word changes everything.
And I really meant for it to say highest. I didn't mean for it to say leader, but I did. And that's why everybody's had a problem with it. But that tweet, I honestly only intended for people to go, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I thought it was kind of ironic that the guy with the highest OPS or the highest launch angle had the lowest OPS. That's all I was referring to. It's all I meant. And it has probably been the most responded to tweet I've ever put out there.
It's pretty crazy.
So it's absolutely crazy. So I don't know what to say about that. But if you're not in on that party yet and you want to read it and then you want to write me a nasty tweet, feel free. You'll just be joining the club on something like that. All right, Scraby says, hey, why wait around? Let's give you the chance to win the Padre tickets right now. So here's what we're going to do. 833-288-0973. First person who calls in with the correct answer to this question will win tickets to see the Padres play the Oakland Athletics on Sunday, May 24th. The question, as usual, I make it a little, make it somewhat about the Athletics. Who holds the all-time Oakland Athletics record, or Athletics record? I said Oakland, but the all-time Athletics record for most plate appearances at bats in one season.
Oh, man.
Who holds the all-time Athletics record for most plate appearances / at bats in one season? All right.
I have a guess, but it's probably not right.
I don't know. I think we'll see. First person to get it at 833-288-0973 is going to win the tickets. Yes, the question is, let me see. Yes, in one season, who has the most plate appearances for the Athletics? Who holds that record? 833-288-0973. Best of luck to you on that one. And Scraby and I will take a break. We got a lot to do on Gwynn and Chris. He was first to get the correct answer. I assumed that would be just Ricky Henderson, all-time plate appearance.
I knew that was a
single-season
trick
leader.
question.
Yeah, and, Ricky was the greatest leadoff hitter in history, so you just assume it was him. Ricky's not even top 3 in that particular category that we asked for, single-season plate appearances for the Athletics. I don't know who number 3 is. Whitey Witt. That's way a long time ago. Sal Bando, though, 1969.
Sal. Man.
Well, see, you don't know Sal.
Sal Bando.
Sal Bando is a great third baseman on the world champion A's teams of the early 70s. But the record is held by Marcus Semien. In 2019, he had 747 times he came to the plate. The most Ricky ever had was 722 back in one of his great seasons, 1980. I could have asked the other one who the all-time career leader was in plate appearances for the Athletics, because, again, I think everybody would guess Ricky, and they'd be wrong. The all-time leader, the guy who's come to the plate most in A's history, is a shortstop, Bert Campy Campaneris.
We've talked about this. I have his autograph.
You do have his autograph.
Well, my dad has his autograph.
Right. Campy was the shortstop who lined up next to Sal Bando on those champion A's teams of the early 70s. Anyway, Benoit, enjoy seeing this year's version of the Athletics on Sunday, May 20th. Or is it Sunday, May 24th? I think it is. Yes. Weekend.
Yes, because Memorial Day is on that Monday.
Right. Weekend game there. And right now, as it stands, you'll be seeing a matchup of 2 first-place squads, right? A's, Padres, both in first place in their respective divisions. Something not a lot of people would have predicted on May 13th.
Let's hope that holds up over the next.
Why not? Yeah, let's hold
10
up.
days.
Who's more likely to hold up, us or the A's? You're going to say
us.
The A's. Us, okay. I bring this up because I just want to every now and again try to keep the struggles of a baseball season in perspective. And because the Padres have lost, what did we say? 8 of 13 games here. They're 5-8. They lost last night, kick off the road trip. They lost 2 to the Cardinals. Before that, they lost 2 to, was it the White Sox, I think?
Yes.
So, they haven't been going great. But and we say this all the time, but I don't think it sounds good to you when we say it. And what we say is this happens to every team in baseball at some point during the season. You're going to have little slumps. One team that really in our minds has not even been close to slumping all year is the Yankees. They've just been blowing everybody out. Or have they? Today, Jazz Chisholm's double in the 5th inning was the only hit the Yankees got. Kyle Bradish of the Orioles and relievers combined for a 1-hitter as the Orioles beat the Yankees today 7-0. The Yankees, with that loss, have lost 5 of their last 6 games, and they have scored 3 or fewer runs in all 5 of those losses. We're talking about the Bronx Bombers. We're talking about Aaron Judge.
Every time I see him on TV, they're hitting a home run.
Right. We're talking about all these guys and Aaron Boone, and they're running away with it, and nobody can stop the Yankees. Now, guess what? The Yankees are currently 2.5 games out of first place behind Tampa Bay in the AL East. So, look, the Yankees are going to end up having a good season. They're going to be in the playoffs. You know they're going to be a contender to go to the World Series. But, yes, even them. I guarantee in New York right now, it's time to fire Aaron Boone again.
Oh, of course.
Because that happens at least 5-6 times a year.
That season never goes out of season.
Right. That desire.
Yes.
By the way, the next series for the Yankees starting on Thursday will be against the Metropolitans.
A good old Subway series.
A good old Subway series between the struggling Yankees and the worst team in baseball, the Mets. I mean, that just sounds like the rest of us out here can watch from afar and just enjoy the disgust that'll be going back and forth during those games.
Yeah, there's going to be some good fan moments, I have a feeling. Where did it go? Oh, Joseph said, because we talked about earlier, anyone else worried about today's game? The Miz is a beast.
Well, of course I'm worried about any game. We talked yesterday. We were worried about Sproat.
He got his first career win.
He did. He ended up getting it. He wasn't lights out, but he did get his first career win. And, in his 10th start. But, yeah, Mizorowski can just dominate. Padres can be dominated. I don't think there's any argument there. But here we are with a +1 run differential in first place. The other teams in first place, well, the Athletics are in first place. They have a -8 run differential.
I was going to ask you.
So for all of these people that, think this is the biggest deal in the world, maybe not.
Can a division winning team have a negative run differential?
I bet it's happened before, just because I go way back in the day, they didn't put it out.
Yeah.
They kept it, but it wasn't, but I remember the Mets one year won the division with like 83 wins. I think the Padres won in the middle 2000s with the Jake Peavy years. I think they won with 82 or 83 wins one year. So that team might have been very close in run differential. I don't recall. But, the Dodgers are +59.
It doesn't really help them.
But no, and I said it yesterday. They're second in OPS. The Padres are 27th. Padres have a better record. So
the Dodgers,
we keep looking at all of this stuff, and it just doesn't add up.
I've been really paying attention to them this year, and they're having just as hard of a time as the Padres are with runners in scoring position. They're not good with runners in scoring position. And as you said earlier, Ohtani, he hit a home run, but he's still swinging, as you will say, like a rusty gate. And there's no consistency with their lineup. So it's very nice to see.
I love it. Ohtani's hitting .240 with 7 home runs. He hit his 7th last night. That broke a 12-game streak.
Oh, Chris says 2005 Padres had a -41 run differential and won the division.
Right,
so there's the answer.
That's what I was talking about, though. There was those 2 years. I remember that they snuck in there. Okay, thank you for that, Chris. But, yeah, Freddie Freeman, 4 home runs. Not quite the same input. Kyle Tucker, has he been worth even close to the money they're paying him? He's got 4 home runs and a .253 batting average. His OPS is .756, which is quite pedestrian.
Yeah, they're paying
for
him
the money
over
he's
800.
making. Don't look now, because I hate to say this ahead of time, but this guy will probably get hot starting on Monday against the Padres. But Will Smith only has 3 home runs and a .701 OPS. He has been quite poor. As a matter of fact, Dalton Rushing has been far better with a .1038 OPS. I did also read that Dave Roberts pulled Dalton Rushing into the office last week and said, dude, you're looking bad.
Good.
Stop it.
Finally, Dave does something right.
Yeah, Dave said, look, you're it's not a good look for you. Because in this world of the tweeting and the and the Instagramming and
the clipping of the video,
right? They keep clipping this out, and all we see from Dalton Rushing is, bleep him, or this, that, and the other, and that's all we're seeing from Dalton Rushing. So Dave Roberts said, if that's what you want to be known for, so be it. But so Dave Roberts trying to nip that in the bud a little bit. But yeah, they got a bunch of guys. Teoscar Hernandez, 4 home runs, OPS .688. That's not very good for a guy of his caliber.
Is the best hitter on the team Andy Pages?
I would think so far, 909 OPS. He's having an incredible year. Muncy's got 11 home runs, but only 17 RBIs. So, yeah, they have their issues, but good for them. I'm not worried about them. We got enough to deal with on our own. I wanted to take a minute to go through, we talked about him already, and the Star Wars commercial, but our guy Mason Miller obviously didn't pitch last night. Obviously did not pitch on Sunday either, right? He pitched Saturday. Got the save, his 12th of the year.
4 strikeouts.
Save. Yeah, faced 7 hitters, which is the most he's faced in any one game this year. But Mason Miller's been so incredible. And I still think what he did in the month of April was as impressive as anything I've seen any pitcher do in 15, 20 years. I know Skeens does what he does, and he did it, what he no-hit again to the 7th inning last night, and, all the fanfare that goes with Skeens, and, we can go back to Pedro, and we can go back to Maddox, and we can go back to Randy Johnson, and whoever else you want to think of. All these guys have done some great things. But what Mason Miller did in April, I don't think we truly appreciated it enough. And I want to put it in perspective now so that we can go back and appreciate it again. In the month of April, Mason Miller faced 38 hitters. He struck out 27 of those hitters, 71%. In a 7-game stretch, 5 times he came in and struck out the side. 5 out of 7 games.
That is a lot.
It's ridiculous. Okay. He had a 0.35 whip. He gave up 2 hits and 2 walks to go along with his 27 strikeouts. Now, since then, how good has Mason Miller been? Well, in 7 appearances since that time, he's faced 30 hitters, but he struck out 11. So whereas 19 guys have hit the ball, whereas before only 11. Right.
Where's our strikeouts?
What happened? He's only got 37% strikeout rate. Also, in that span of 7 1/3 innings, he's given up 3 walks and, oh my God, 5 hits. So his whip is 1.09. His ERA is 2.45. The point is, those numbers that I just said, 31%, 37% strikeout rate, 1.09 whip, those are all-star numbers. But they pale to what he did before.
Yeah.
And I don't think we realized it as we saw it. We just assumed that he can go out there and, just strike out everybody every time. And he did that. So we got treated to something very special there in the month of April. Hopefully he'll have another streak like that. But I'll be honest with you, it's going to be hard to duplicate it.
Yeah. The command that he had throughout the month was amazing. He was putting every single pitch where he wanted it to go. And you're right. Now he's a normal closer where he's going to get a base runner every once in a while, put some guy on, walk a guy.
Right.
His slider hasn't been as dangerous for him lately, but you got to think he's going to just get back to being the Mason Miller of April. Not saying he's going to set any records, but I don't think really good again.
I don't think he can do that again. I really don't. He had his first 13 appearances this year. 9 of the 13, nobody reached base. 9 of the 13. Since then, of the last 5 appearances, only 1 clean appearances with nobody getting on. I'm just saying, what we saw in April, we didn't enjoy it enough. Because I don't know that we're going to see anything like that again.
It's got to be demoralizing for the other team knowing that you have to go through Mason Miller to get a win. And
it shortens the game.
It does.
It's the old thing. Does. I mean, it shortens the game. You know that if you don't get it off Jason Adam in the 8th, you might as well go home.
Yeah.
You might as well go home.
Because you're just a spectator at that point.
It's not going to be going your way at that point. Yeah. I've just really enjoyed what we saw. A couple of other quick notes on baseball, and then we'll get to the top and get our daily gambit in and run through some of the playoff action last night. Max Fried, not great news for the Yanks. Pulled from his start today, sore pitching elbow.
Oh, no.
How good has Max Fried been so far this year? Almost unhittable. Not today. His ERA is up to 3.21. He only threw 34 of 61 pitches today for strikes. He was on 3 balls to 5 of the 13 batters. He wasn't sharp. And now he's got elbow soreness. I don't want to root for anybody ever to get hurt. But when you just see sore elbow tests coming up, does that ever turn out good?
Nope.
Right? They never look at the elbow and go, okay. We'll see him next week.
Yeah, we're not even going to put you on the IL. No, it's usually look what Nick Pivetta. He had a sore elbow.
Well, so did
Joe Musgrove.
Diaz.
Oh, Diaz.
He's got stuff floating around on his elbow.
Loose bodies and Tarek Skubal.
Tarek Skubal has loose bodies in his elbow.
But apparently he's going to come back in 4 to 6 weeks.
Can they just not call it loose bodies in your elbow? It just doesn't sound right.
What, you want shards of bone?
Well, maybe, yeah. Another blow for the Mets as well. Their starting catcher, Francisco Alvarez, goes to the injured list today. Meniscus tear in his right knee. Surgery, yes. 6 to 8 weeks for Alvarez. They're already without Lindor. They're already without Jorge Polanco. They're already without Luis Robert Jr. And they're already without a whole bunch of money that they've given to all these people to not get the job done.
I don't understand why the Mets are the snake bitten one.
I'm glad they are.
Yeah, of course.
Doesn't bother me any.
It's just weird that the Mets, they spend the first or second most money and they cannot win.
Maybe it's the baseball gods.
Maybe.
The old baseball
But why
gods.
are the Dodgers affected by that? Because the Dodgers did a lot more of the what's the call?
Just pouring money into it or overspending?
Putting it to another.
Oh,
Deferring. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. The Dodgers haven't been. They've got 2 straight World Series to show for this right now. The Mets have absolutely nothing.
Do you think they paid the big man upstairs to win?
The Dodgers, like they've been cheating?
Yeah, like they paid.
Oh, they sent a check to Rob Manfred?
No, they sent a check to God.
To God?
Yeah.
Well, or as Tommy Lasorda used to call him, the great Dodger blue in the sky, or whatever.
I hate that.
Yeah, I hated it too. One other baseball note. And we touched on this yesterday in the Daily Gambit. Cal Raleigh was mired in an 0 for 36 slump going into the game last night. He had not had a hit since April 27th. That's a while ago. Before the game, apparently Cal Raleigh jumped in the shower with his uniform on.
The full thing.
Whole thing. And the word was Logan Gilbert gave me some good advice. He said, you got to wash off the bad mojo and the juju from the baseball gods.
I love that.
So there you go, the baseball gods again. Logan Gilbert said, you got to do it. Raleigh started the game 0 for 2 last night. His streak went to 0 for 38, but he did finally end it with a line drive single to right center field in maybe 6th or 7th inning. So 0
I think
for
he got
38.
2 hits, right?
Yeah, I didn't see what he did on the next at bat.
I think he went 2. He had 2 hits back to back.
He got the one. Chris Davis, the old Oriole first baseman, 0 for 54, still has the record for a position player. But yeah, Cal Raleigh. And I'm already hearing the jokes, so let me say it first. As far as we know, Fernando has not yet jumped in the shower with his uniform on.
Someone needs to throw him in there.
I just, don't kill the messenger. More Gwynn and Chris coming up.
Stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low. identical tandem student right there.
I tried. I wrecked your
Good job, buddy.
Fun, huh? You need help with anything?
All right, we welcome you into the 3 o'clock half hour, 2/3 of an hour.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's happy times. Happy hour. Geo Pools, our guys.
Yes.
Trusted by thousands of San Diegans. I don't see the list. Oh, it's over here. The company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pool sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Called Geo Pools now. Say radio. Get a free month of service. They shut down our pool.
Oh,
for
no.
draining purposes over the next 10 days. We do have a secondary
10
pool.
days?
No kidding. Get in there and do it. Let's go.
What the heck is happening?
I don't know. 10 days. We do have a secondary pool. I have to walk a little further to get to it.
All right.
And it's not quite the same length.
Oh.
So I don't get the same workout, but I'll be okay. I'm just
It's like a kiddie pool?
it's smaller. It's not a kiddie. I'm not going like turning, but it's shorter. I did. It was they said they're closing it Monday. Lori said, well, you might be able to beat them to the punch. So I went at 5:30 and it was still open. So I snuck in there before they closed it down. That's how important my swim is, man. I got to get my swim in.
Have you ever done one of those like your stationary, but the lap pools that?
Oh, I've never tried that.
It is so weird.
Weird. It looks
because you're
weird.
not moving, but you are moving.
You're swimming to keep up with the tide.
I get so board. I did it for like 10 minutes. And I need to
turn. Yeah.
Yes, you need to see different things.
Right. Every time you lift your head up, you're looking at the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I've never tried one of those. I think it would be interesting to check it out.
You should.
We'll see. All right. Let's get to the Daily Gambit. I got a couple of things on the NBA too. I know we're not, but did you see that the NBA is defending itself because apparently there's been an 11% increase in the number of fouls called in playoff games? That would be the most like in the history of the league.
I mean, 11% is kind of a lot.
It's a lot. And most people in general say in the playoffs, you let them play. You let them play a little more physical.
Yeah.
The opposite's happening. They're calling everything. No truth to the rumor that the 11% more foul call is just attributed to SGA.
I was going to say, where does he fit into all of this?
But I'm bummed.
You know what? They probably got some directive. Hey, you got to start calling fouls. And then, so they called fouls on everyone.
Yeah, they're calling a lot of fouls in the playoffs, but the games go on, and here's how we did in the Daily Gambit.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Brewers and Padres last night, over under 9 total runs in the game. Chris, you went over. I went under.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought about it going over, but
it was 10.
I hit
so
one.
You win.
Yeah, I hit one.
Skeens over under 7.5 Ks. Both of us went over. Both of us were right. 10 strikeouts. But I will say, Chris, I think he had like a no-hitter through 5 innings last night or something like that.
6 plus.
Six plus.
No, he took it into the 7th inning
Wow.
after they talked about an MLB Network.
I thought about you.
He should pitch a perfect game tonight. I'm like, boy, that's kind of arrogant. But he did pitch a no-hitter, and you know who your guy broke it up?
Who?
Mickey Monia.
Ah, man, he's having a good year.
They're talking about Mickey making his first ever All-Star game this year.
Very good
which
for him.
Could happen. Yeah.
I mean, you got him, you got Spencer Jones, you got LaCosta Canyon represented all over Major League Baseball.
You got it represented more than a lot of high schools. I'll say that.
Cal Raleigh, we talked about it. He jumped in the shower before the game with his uniform on to try to break the curse of his 0 for 36 streak.
Right.
Over under one or a half a hit. You went under, I went over. He had 2 hits.
Yeah,
So-
well, had I known he jumped in the thing, I would have.
Oh, you would have gone
I would
over?
have picked different, but I didn't know. I did not have that information at my fingertips.
Cubs and Braves. Cubs minus 1.5 on the run line. We both went Bravos. Bravos won 5-2.
They keep rolling. They do.
Spurs minus 9.5 against the Timberwolves. You went with Spurs. I went T-Wolves. Spurs win but big, 126-97.
Yet another blowout in these playoffs. There have been so many games like that. Not sure why that is. I really am not. I mean, you'd think playoff games, you get down 10, 12 points, you'd start to fight back.
Yeah.
It seems to go the other way now. You get down 10, 12, pretty soon you're down 24.
They're like, we look forward to the next game now.
Right? It's been weird like that this year.
Who had more points, Wemby or Ant-Man? You went Wemby. I went Ant-Man. Wemby had 27, and he was a 1-point favorite, so he had 26. Ant-Man had 20, so you win. My betting has been terrible lately.
We'll tell everybody just how bad here in a moment.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
All right, coming into today's action for the week, I'm sitting pretty good, 10-3.
Wow, that is
win some money
very
on that.
good. Yes,
You're 5-8, which is,
better than I thought.
better than you thought. All right, here we go for tonight's action. Milwaukee minus 1.5 over the Padres. I'll let you go first. I really, want the Padres here. I don't like this matchup, although King has been really good.
Yeah, he has.
Can the Padres get to their bullpen at the end of the game? Because you don't think they're going to get much against Mizorowski, do you?
No, you can't. You can't think that. He's been lighting up
really
everyone all
good.
year.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I'm going to go Brew Crew.
Feeling better about the Brew Crew. You're giving a 1.5 too, so you're calling.
I mean, can you blame me? The offense, 4 runs was like amazing.
And yes, only the third time all year that they lost with that. With that total.
Such weird stuff.
I'll have faith. I'll keep the faith. By the way, we haven't given you the lineup yet. We'll have that for you here in the next segment. Stick around for it. We'll see who's in, who's out. All right, 7 runs. Last night it was 9 runs. Tonight, though, you got Michael King and the young All-Star Jacob Mizorowski. Remember, he was named to the All-Star game last year.
Oh, I remember.
Despite pitching in like 1 game.
I remember, Chris.
Yeah, you were thrilled with that. As I recall, you were quite pleased.
Oh, yeah. I was like his biggest fan after
You
that.
enjoyed that. You love when people just are given something without earning it. That's one of your favorite things.
I love
know.
it when social media popularity dictates things.
Well, you better get used to it.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
just had the most popular tweet I've ever had. So
And it's dictating everything.
It's dictating it all. 7 runs tonight with King Mizorowski.
I think it's
I'm
going to
first.
be.
I'm going to go under.
Okay.
I'll go under. I took a shot at over yesterday. I'm not going to risk it again
Yeah, I'm going to go under
with these 2 teams. Dodgers are 1.5 over the Gigantes. Now the Giants have won 2 straight, 4 of 5 from the Dodgers. Ohtani is pitching tonight. Robbie Ray is pitching for the Giants, who's pretty good.
Oh, Mr. Grunter.
Yeah, he well, whatever. Yes, he does that. What do you think? I mean, could the Giants sweep the Dodgers?
I don't know.
Well, we better take the Dodgers then.
Shohei's pitching tonight. The Giants. Last night, their 9th hitter hit 2 home runs. Harrison Bader hit their 8th and 9th hitters were the only ones that hit home runs.
Was
in
Harrison Bader on the 0 list? I think he had maybe 1 prior to that, but he only hit like 100 before he got hurt.
Yeah, that's
He's way down.
But he hit one last night.
And then the other
Haas
guy
hit 2.
They just called him up. I think he's his
He's
first
backup
2 of the
catcher.
year.
Yeah.
Hit 2 home runs. So
Go
figure. Who you going, Dodgers or
I
Giants?
can't think the Giants are going to 3-game sweep, so I'm going to go Dodgers. Or no, they're playing a 4-game series. I'm going to go Dodgers anyway.
I'm going Dodgers also. Who gets more strikeouts tonight? This will be interesting. Dylan Cease against Tampa Bay. He's playing the first place Rays, or Ohtani against the Giants. Who gets more strikeouts in their start? I've been trying to talk against Dylan Cease this year and, say, well, he's pitching good and he's getting a lot of strikeouts, but, You know, we don't really miss him that badly. That argument's starting to kind of sound bad, really, because Cease has just been really, really on point this year.
I've watched a couple of his games, though, and he does the Padre thing where he goes and, like, he's fine. He's mowing down the lineup, and then one inning, he just loses it.
Well, he's 3-1. He's only been beaten once all year. He's won 3 of his last 4. He's got a 2.58 ERA.
Okay, well, he's definitely better than when I was watching.
He's got 66 strikeouts in 45 innings. That's almost like Mason Miller-like for a starter. 10, 12, 8, 9. I'm going to go with Ohtani to get more strikeouts after all of that.
Yeah, I'm going to say Ohtani has 9.
Ohtani has more than Cease tonight because Cease has to play the Rays.
Yeah,
the Rays,
they're good.
The Rays will just choke up and hit ground balls and try to analytic their way to another victory. How many innings tonight for one Framber Valdez?
Uh-oh.
I thought he was suspended, or is it over already?
He probably already missed the start.
I don't remember missing anything. He's 6 in a third innings at the Mets. Basically, if he gets 6 in a third, he's over. If he gets 6, he's under. So you're betting whether he gets an out in the 7th inning against the worst team in baseball. Framber Valdez, hothead extraordinaire.
I was going to say someone's going to anger him and he's going to get kicked out again.
Wow. You're calling another ejection for him?
Yes, because he said he didn't mean it, Chris. He did not mean to hit Trevor Story.
Man,
he didn't mean to.
That was maybe the worst lie I've ever heard.
Even though you slammed him right in the back of the numbers with a fastball.
And then stared him down. But you didn't mean
under.
It. Under. You say he goes 6 innings and he's out of there.
Yes.
I'm going to take a shot on over. The Mets are just not very good. The Mets did bring up one of their top prospects last night, A.J. Ewing. He had a triple and 3 walks. So a pretty good start to his career.
Any relation to Patrick?
I'm going to go with the
no?
difference in the race as a no there.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't mind me predicting that's a no.
Okay.
Speaking of the NBA, Detroit 3.5 over Cleveland. Now, this is game 5. It's back in Detroit. Cleveland so far has won every home game and lost every road game.
That's weird.
And I don't think it's going to change. I'll take Detroit tonight in game 5.
What was the spread?
3.5.
For
Detroit's
Detroit.
favored at home.
I'll go Clee.
You're going to take Cleveland.
Yeah.
There's a little surprise. All right, 211.5 points. I don't know what to give you on a scouting report there, but 106 to 105 would be 211. So over or under for this game?
Under.
I'm going to go under also. I feel, although Donovan Mitchell almost scored that many points himself the other night.
He did.
Speaking of Donovan.
I've never seen anyone ever do that.
No kidding, man. That Donovan Mitchell. How did the Jazz trade him? Like, really? They thought somehow they're going to be better?
He was very
him?
happy about it, I bet.
His career has gone well in Cleveland, but he hasn't delivered anything other than bunch of highlights.
That's true.
And then they give him James Harden. You know, people in Cleveland are expecting them to do something with this. Anyway, Mitchell -1 or Cade Cunningham, who does most of the scoring for Detroit. What do you like in that matchup tonight?
In this case, I think at home, Cunningham does it.
Cunningham. I'm going to take Mitchell because I'm still angry at the Detroit coach, who I heard he's a San Diego guy. Did you know that?
The Detroit coach? No, I did not know.
Bicker. Let me look him up.
Bickerstaff?
Yes. Well, first of all, his dad is Bernie Bickerstaff, who was a longtime NBA coach, and Bernie was a USD guy.
Oh.
And we've had so many coaches that are USD guys. Isn't that just strange in and itself? And, you know, you've got...
I don't see anything on his Wikipedia page.
About where Bernie went to high school.
What's his name? Bernie Bickerstaff?
No, J.B. Bickerstaff.
J.B. Bickerstaff.
I want to see where he went to high school. I think he
was born in Colorado.
Yeah, man. Maybe I'm getting him mixed up. I hate when I get somebody mixed up.
I don't see it.
It says he went to Denver East High School, so it's not him. All right, so I'm never mind. Pay no attention to what I just said.
Just know that Chris is now going to try and figure out before the end of the show who
I'm talking about. Yes. But I'm going to take Mitchell. And the reason I brought Bickerstaff up in the first place, because he didn't double team Mitchell the other night. He's probably dumb enough to not double team him again. Final game, Avalanche 1.5 over Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Avalanche look for the clinch. They're up 3-1. They're at home. I think the Avalanche smell blood, and they'll get it tonight. What about you?
I was going to try and make a good.
You want to go with the
Avalanche
Wild
blood
being
joke.
wild again?
No,
Not this time.
I'm going to go Avs.
Avs for the clinch. The Ducks took it to OT last night, but fell in Edmonton 3-2, or not Edmonton, Vegas 3-2. So they're down 3-2 coming home. Still alive, but would have been nice to get that OT goal there and come home with a chance to win. All right, more Gwynn and Chris is ahead, including I'll tell you when we come back. I got something lined up.
From the Gate 5.
show, or almost 9. He's finally figured out that maybe his hand signals just don't get picked up often enough. So you want to show everybody what you've invented for the show? I mean,
I've been using this for a little bit.
Yeah, but not like last 2 days. You've been like adamant with this.
Yeah, I think this is how I'm going to go now because I can get the message through.
It works. It gets me to look, and then I'm more.
See the top. Gives Chris.
Look at his signboard he's got there.
The top it says 3404, which tells Chris when the music is going to start, and then hit pick is because we are terrible at remembering to do our own game.
Our own game at the end of the show where we pick somebody to get a hit each night. So Scraby's got the sign, and then now, how do you have something to erase it with? Are you going with your hand? Oh, you do have an eraser.
I do.
Okay, you're locked and loaded there.
Yes, I'm ready to go with this dry erase board.
You know, if I had that dry erase board over here where I'm sitting,
yeah,
I would just doodle stuff on it.
I figured you
I'm
would.
a crazy doodler.
I'm a doodler too, Chris.
All right. The coach, I just, mixed up my NBA coaches. The guy who was a superstar high school basketball player in San Diego and was an NBA coach was Jamal Mosley of the Magic. But he actually is no longer a coach. He was fired on May 4th after the Magic were ousted by Detroit. Remember, the Magic had a 3-1 series lead.
Yes.
They did not hold on to that. As a result, Jamal Mosley did not hold on to his job after 5 years. But I think Canepa pointed it out in a column. I did not know. Jamal Mosley went to Rancho Buena Vista High School. Dave Roberts, same thing. And Mosley was so good, he was named the CIF Player of the Year here back in 1997, which is now almost 30 years ago. He's gone on to a really good career, though, as an NBA coach. So good for Jamal Mosley. He went to Colorado after high school, Buffalo University, not to the state. Anyway,
he just went to Colorado.
Yeah, I'm done with high school. I'm just going to go to Colorado. But anyway, Jamal Mosley was the guy I was thinking of. Now, I shouldn't have to know that, though. Honestly.
Why?
A good producer should know that.
A good producer?
Yeah, we should have had Jamal Mosley on a show somewhere along the line when he was coach of the Magic, even though, local guy done good. Like, I think you should
If you would have told me?
I know. I didn't know. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not even the NBA guy.
But you should be the guy that's always on the lookout for former San Diego people done good.
I have tried to get Mickey Moniak.
I know.
I've tried. You know what I would do? I email the Magic. Well, he's fired.
Well, it's too late now.
Well, now I got to find his agent.
Yeah, now we'd have trouble. Well, it'd be hard to interview him now because he's not really even representing anything.
You know what's kind of unfortunate about today's?
It's harder to get the guys and girls on, and I totally get that.
No, I know. I'm
really
not saying
people don't want to do this stuff anymore.
But like for a team, it is much better for them to go and do it on their own platform than to be on our show.
It is tough. I mean, just look, we've said this, so you know this before. The Padres announcers like Mark Grant, Bob Scanlon, Jesse, we actually have to ask permission from the Padres. They have to work it out with those before we can get them on the show.
And that's standard practice.
That's standard practice. It used to be, if you had Mark Grant's number, which you do, you would just call him and go, "Hey, Mark, can you come on the show?" And he'd go, "Yeah," or I got something to do. I can't do it. And you'd work it out, and that'd be it. It's just a whole different world now.
It is.
So I agree. So that's fair to say. So that you understand out there, we'd like to get a lot of people on that just, we can't get to them at all.
Because I've reached out to athletes before that I have their number or whatever, and then they go and tell their team, and then their team contacts me saying, "Why are you contacting our athlete?"
Right. Kevin O'Connell
contacting us
with the Vikings. I mean, he was on right when he got the job, but
he said he was going to come back on, but his guy has never answered me.
Well, the Vikings won't let him. That's part of it too. So it has become, the guy that was the all-time example was the tennis guy that I always wanted to get on, Taylor Fritz. We called his agency.
And we're not calling out Taylor Fritz, okay? We're calling out whoever I contacted.
Yes, we kept calling his agency, say, "Hey, we're from San Diego. He's from San Diego. I think it'd be fun to have him on. He's the number 5 tennis player in the world."
If anybody's listening from his camp, then you could email me, matt.scraby@odyssey.com.
We've tried to get him on. It's not that we've tried to get him on, but his own agency won't even give us the time of day. So there's that. Why don't you give us a Padre lineup here before we get too far along?
Oh, hold on.
We're already this far along.
Yes, we are. I got rid of the lineup, but give me. Okay, here it is. Leading off. I do we like Jackson at the leadoff spot right now? I do. He went 0 for 5 last night, but
the previous leadoff hitter to him was Ramon Laureano, who right now isn't even earning playing time.
yeah,
So
that's rough.
Yeah.
So we got Jackson Merrill leading off, playing center field. Fernando Tatis Jr. again playing second base and batting second. Manny Machado third base, batting third, and Duhar DHing in the cleanup spot. Bogey shortstop, fifth spot. Oh my gosh, there's 2 Andujars in this lineup.
Not on mine.
Okay.
Bogart's fifth. Sheets is in left tonight. Castellanos is in right, batting seventh. France at first. Rodolfo Duran is catching tonight. I will say this going into the game, not their fault. They'll do the best they can, but we're not leading the league in outfield defense tonight with Sheets in left and Castellanos in right. Something to keep an eye on. Secondly, Laureano's out. Why? He is swinging like a rusty gate. In fact, he's striking out at least twice every time he's been in the lineup lately. Top Ramon has disappeared from view. We got to get Top Ramon back.
He'll be back.
Yeah,
He'll
but he's just slumping right now. Here's the other thing that I want to point out. Second day in a row that Fernando's playing second base, which means I wonder if they're already soured on Sun Moon Song. He played the first 5 games he was here? He has not played the last 2 games. He has not had a hit since his first game. Understand that Jake is not back yet from the concussion. He's not on the trip at all. Have they already decided about Song? Are they going to give him another start somewhere along the line?
Yes, they put too much money into him, and I think what they're doing is they're trying to, not just throw him to the wolves, just kind of give him some experience here and there.
Okay, well, here and there means you play at least once in a while. He's missed the last 2 games. I'm just saying, something to keep an eye on.
The chat says, I don't know. We want to see Song against Mizrowski.
Well, you got to see somebody against Mizrowski.
That's true.
And I will say this about Song. If he gets on base, he's a stolen base waiting to happen. So we'll see how the Padres do tonight against Mizrowski, Michael King for the Friars. I had another thing to get to, and we have another couple of minutes left.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know how old we are.
I'm not old.
Yes,
I am.
I forget what I wanted to talk about. I had something.
You know what?
Good.
I got something because
I had something kind of controversial actually.
Oh gosh.
And I don't know if we even want to go there.
No, not with 4 minutes left.
You don't want to go
show.
Controversial?
Not with 4 minutes left on the show.
Uh-huh. Okay, go ahead.
So Adam sent me a tweet earlier, and now I can't find
the SGA tweet.
No, this is just great, everybody.
All right, well, we're going controversial then because you can't find it.
It basically was everybody. The Rays say they don't want any of their guys to hit over 100 miles per hour. They want them to hit less. The hitting coach said that if he hits a ball over 100 miles an hour in the cage, I kick him out. So their philosophy is hit the ball softer, which does not make any sense, but it works for them.
Everything the Rays do is controversial, using that word, and they are always the only ones that think it works. But then after the season, everybody goes, how'd you guys do that?
That is
we want to copy you.
Oh, I have it now if you want to hear it.
Well, I don't.
Okay. Go ahead with your controversial.
You said enough. I mean, I'd hate to teach somebody to not hit the ball hard. That's a crazy
I don't know.
Maybe that's the answer for Fernando. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. I'll be called stupid again. All right, here's the controversial thing. And I'm just going to throw it out because I don't have the best answer to this, although I think I know how I feel about it. The NFL apparently ended a mandate that all 32 teams hire a minority coach as an offensive assistant. They did that before the 2025 season. Nobody was notified of this, but that used to be mandated. You had to have at least one minority as an offensive assistant. Now, this news comes during a time in which the NFL is getting pressure from the Florida Attorney General. His name is James Utmeyer. They have been after the NFL to scrap the Rooney Rule altogether. I, in general, think the Rooney Rule's been a great thing, helping, change and put the spotlight on getting more diversity and hiring of coaches and GMs and assistants. I think most of us feel that way, but I shouldn't speak for everybody. The argument that the Florida Attorney General is making, and who's ever supporting that bill and that particular charge, is that no, the best people should get the jobs, regardless of race and all of that. So that's more political, which is where we try to stay out of. But it's interesting because the NFL, I really feel they're trying to do the right thing here by getting more minorities involved. My criticism of the NFL is, despite all of their attempts to do it, they're not really that successful at doing it anyway.
It's a thoughtful thing to have, but it was very flawed.
It seemed very flawed.
Because then you got the quote-unquote token interviews just so they qualified for the process. And I've always said, if someone is more qualified for me, doesn't matter, man, woman, whatever race you are, you should get the job. That's where I think the job should go, is to the most qualified person. And the NFL has a problem with the club that all the owners are in, that they have their guys, and that's a problem. They need to figure out how to change that. Club. Yeah, the good old boys club.
Yeah, you're right. But I think this thing coming from the Florida Attorney General is something that the NFL has to keep an eye on as well. I can't necessarily argue against their charge that the best people should get the jobs.
But why does the Attorney General care about the NFL hiring? Doesn't he have many other businesses they should be caring
you're
about?
asking questions why political people get involved in sports, and many times they feel like that is a place that they can get their point across because there's a higher profile involved and attached.
Yeah.
Again, politics is not our business. Let's do our hit to pick before we forget. Who's going to get a hit tonight, Scraby, for either the Brewers or the Padres? I believe you have a 2-game streak going.
I do have a 2-game streak.
You have a lot on the line here.
I'm going to go with Bryce Terang.
Bryce Terang, you're going with a Brew Crew guy. The last time I picked a guy who didn't even play, so that didn't help my chances any. I'm going to at least pick somebody who's going to play tonight, and I'm going to say that, I don't know, is Rodolfo Duran going to get his first hit off Jacob Mizorowski? Why not? Go Rodolfo.
Go Rodolfo.
Here comes Sammy's pregame show.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. September 14th, Pechanga Arena, San Diego. The lights